Today the topic of my speech is free to speak, freedom of speech. Freedom, a word redolent with benevolence. We like the idea of being free. We are outraged at the thought of being unfree. It is often presented to us as a polarity, free expression, free choice, and democracy on the one hand, and repression, censorship, and autocracy on the other. We are glad to farmer from the latter. But is that all? What is the freedom we are told about? Think about and experience. What does it consist of? What uses do we put it to? Or perhaps, even more importantly, not put it to? Dear audience, what is freedom? In the advanced capitalist polities of the world, we are repeatedly told that freedom is the defining value of our time. It is a precious preservation to preserve by any means, even the measure of unfreedom. Even the measure of unfreedom, say, in the form of increased surveillance or accelerated militarization. It is put to many dubious uses, including, of course, the now familiar idea of bringing freedom and liberty to the recalcitrant world, as David Harvey puts it. He asks, if we are able to mount the wondrous horse of freedom, where would we seek to ride it? Where indeed? Where would we seek to ride it? Freedom thingified. Has the freedom turned into those buzzwords honored more in invocation than in its exercises? A talismanic utterance commanded for various agendas, including providing a reinforcing platform to the rich and the powerful, even when some of those are responsible for squashing the freedom and wars in their own states. Would you like to dignity with those? Free speech. By nurturing and encouragement of the real courage and opening up of the imagination to the new possibilities. It's all are in danger. As to borrow a word from Amos Syeda discourse on colonialism, he says, freedom is not about that. He says that freedom is not seen as the practice. Freedom is not seen as a practice which requires the constant and vigilant exercises of all our parts. It is something that must be transmitted through teaching. It is something that must be transmitted through teaching from the free zones of the world to unfree zones of the world. Dear audience, here is the US President, Barack Obama, addressing the British Parliament about the Arab Spring. He says, what we are seeing in Tehran, in Tunis, in Tahrir Square, a longing for the same freedom that we take for granted here at home. It means that investing for the future of those nations, transition to democracy, starting with Tunisia and Egypt, by deepening the ties of commerce and trade, by helping them demonstrate that freedom brings prosperity. Yes, your audience, freedom brings prosperity. And if you are not free to speak, you're not free to live. If you're not free to speak, you are not free to live. Thank you.